Om Shanti. Today is your 119th day of your godly blessings. And in this blessing, God teaches us one method which we need to use in every aspect of our life. Whether we are making a new habit, whether we are changing our old habits, whether we are forming a new relationship, or whether we are breaking up from an old relationship, or whether we are progressing towards certain wellness in our life related to our health also, or any aspect of your life, changing an old bad habit and changing into a new good habit also needs these three aspects. So let's explore what Baba wants us to understand in this. Baba says, may you be constantly victorious. In what? We want to change our habits, we want to change our relationships, we want to change something in our life, right? With the awareness of three expressions. First expression is to break, to mold, and to forge. That means to connect. That's what we do. We break our old habit, we mold ourselves, and then we forge ourselves into a new habit. And that is the method of doing everything. You can't skip any one method in this. So let's understand it in details. In details, Baba says the essence of the whole study and teachings. That's what we learn. We change our old habits of sinning and we turn them into habits of doing right karma, pure karma, right? So that we earn blessings from people. That's what we do on a large scale. In Brahmakumaris, that's what we learn. So Baba says the essence of the whole study and teachings are in three expressions. First, karmic bondages have to be broken. Karmic bondages have to be broken doesn't mean that you leave a relationship. Baba says you have to change it. That means expecting something from them. That means you wanting, desiring something from them. That you want them to speak in a certain manner, express themselves in a certain manner, they should do as you want them to do. They should listen to you. They should always act the way you want them to do. Or you are dependent upon them for this small bits of happiness. When they are doing as per you, you're happy. When they don't listen to you, you're unhappy. So that is a karmic bondage actually. Not just that you're so dependent upon other people for everything. Whether it's in any physical health, whether any financial health, you're so dependent upon them that your karmic bondage is not breaking. So that is also what is important. You have to break the karmic bondage. That's where our own growth lies. That's where we become independent. Mentally also we don't desire anything from them, and physically also we don't desire anything from them. So that's the kind of bondage Baba wants us to break. So karmic bondages have to be broken. Second, your sanskars and nature have to be molded. That means my old habits. Sanskars means habits. And my nature means I used to always disdain them or look down upon them when they were not listening to me, or when they were not actually working as I wanted them to do, or responding the way I wanted them to speak to me, respect me. I have to change that nature. That means I have to change that I always have to have good wishes, good thoughts towards them, even if now they are not listening to me. Why? Because I am becoming independent. I am breaking the bondage which I have created on my own. It could be in a relationship also, between a husband and wife, between a girlfriend and boyfriend. You were first in relationship. Now you have to break it because things are not matching. Now you know that the relationship can be broken from that important relationship, but it can be molded into something. So now I have to change my ways of thinking towards that person. I have to change my ways of speaking. But then I mold it into a friendship. I don't break the complete relationship. That you stop talking, you start hating that person, you don't want to look at that person's face. No. God says that's not the way. In any relationship, whether it be a boss, subordinate, you were too close, suddenly you found out that no, this is not going to work out. You change your ways, you break that relationship of closeness, you come into the formal relationship, you change your method of talking now, you change your method of looking at that person now, and then you still maintain and sustain a formal relationship. So be it a relationship which is very close, or be it a relationship at workplace, it has to be what? First broken, then you have to mold yourself, change yourself, and then reconnect with that person. So then Baba says over here, your sanskars and nature have to be molded. Third, you have to forge all your relationships with one Father now. Now this is what we are learning over here. This is the knowledge of going into liberation or mukti. Baba says we change our relationships, but then we again get stuck with them. So Baba says no expectation from any human soul, no expectation from any things around you. We'll explore that also. Why? Because that is the only method for getting into liberation or mukti. So Baba says you have to forge all your relationships with the one Father. These three expressions will make you completely victorious. For this, always have the awareness. First, what? Whatever perishable things I see with these eyes have already perished. I have to imagine. Right now, during the COVID time, you couldn't believe, you couldn't think, you couldn't imagine that a certain relationship will not be seen around you, right? So God is saying this is Kali Yuga. Anything can be expected. You have to be ready for anything at this point of time. Anything can happen. A cyclone, an earthquake can happen. And nothing is predictable. That is why it is known as Kali Yuga. In golden age of Sakti Yuga, these things never happened. That is what Baba has come to create over here. A stable mind, a stable world. So God says, I'm teaching you the method of changing yourself and connecting yourself with just me and nobody else. Don't be dependent upon anybody now anymore, because everybody's karmic account is limited and they might leave you at any time because of any calamity or any other reason, and you'll be that time finding it difficult to break, mold yourself and change yourself. So God says, do it now. Think as if nobody in my eyes is going to live forever, whether they are things, whether there's property, whether it's money, whether it's finances, their relationship. Always remember that everything is perishable, including you yourself. So whatsoever you're calling it as my, it is never going to be my or mine. No, these two words have to change. So then Baba says, whatever perishable things I see with these eyes have already perished. That should be my way of thinking now. Only then I can use break, mold, and then connect method. If I think that this is mine, that is mine, he's mine, she's mine, then that change will not happen. Those three methods will not be applicable then. Even while seeing these, continue to see your new relationships. While seeing your old relationships over here in Kali Yuga, where human souls are giving you tough time or making you feel sad and all. Why? Because you are connected to them, you are too attached to them. So God is saying, not break that. Doesn't mean that you stop talking to them, but it means that independence, not depending upon them for mental peace or happiness or love or expectations of any kind, that they talk to you sweetly or politely or kindly. No. That they'll help you financially, physically, mentally. No. So break that habit. Change yourself, be independent. Be dependent upon yourself, on your good thoughts, good powerful thoughts, on spirituality, and then connect yourself with God. That's the method to break your old relationships and to connect the new relationships. But now you are in touch with them also at the same time, but you're meditating, your connection with God, and you're powerful. And now instead of asking them for anything, rather you are the one who's giving them good-natured thoughts, good-natured words, good-natured actions. That's what God wants us to become. He wants us to become a divine being who gives rather than expects from people. So then Baba says, then you will be able to connect yourself with me, and you'll remember that what kind of world I've come to create on this earth, and you'll be able to remember that new world, new relationships in the golden age, in Satyug, where people are pure and they don't have any expectations from each other. They're not pointing out or blaming each other. That's the world I've come to create. That is known as Satyuga. So remember that world by breaking your old relationships, old habits. Remember that world, remember me, and then you will never be defeated. Defeated by what? Your own inner weaknesses, not by somebody. So God gives us a beautiful blessing. Think about it, contemplate about it, because this is the powerful method of making yourself stable and changing your old habits and imbibing new habits. I leave you with this beautiful Vardhan. Have a blessed day. Stay safe. Om Shanti.